Hello humans, I'm Yoshiller. Welcome back to some more of my Pokemon Scarlet walkthrough. Folks, this part is going to be a bit chaotic because I'm going to focus on trying to catch a Milotic, or Milotic as I actually pronounce it. For you see, ever since I began the DLC for Pokemon Scarlet, there's been a bit of a problem. I have been powering through it because all of my Pokemon are so overpowered. And that's because all the Pokemon that I've used over the course of this walkthrough are Pokemon that I also go and compete with in my own time. So they're all level 100 with perfect EVs and IVs and natures and all the right moves and all that good stuff. So, to try and make things more interesting, I've been looking at the Pokemon that are now accessible as a result of the DLC for Pokemon Scarlet, and I've been trying to rotate Pokemon onto my team that are based on Pokemon that I used to compete with in years past. And one such Pokemon that is now accessible as a result of the DLC is Milotic. I have been using Milotic ever since I obtained a Feebas back in my Pokemon Emerald walkthrough many years ago. And Milotic has ultimately become one of my most useful and one of my all-time favorite Pokemon. I learned that it was in this game in the previous part of this walkthrough, but I had to battle a wild one with Carmine, which means I wasn't allowed to catch it, and Carmine ultimately KO'd it, and it really bummed me out. So I decided I would devote this walkthrough part to obtaining a Milotic, and I will not be doing any story progress otherwise. I am gonna find this Milotic, and I'm gonna try and find it through raids or in the wild. I'm gonna try and find its pre-evolution in the form of Feebas. That's right. Server maintenance is down right now, which means I can't join random Tera raid battles online. That means that I'll just have to find the Tera crystals in my own land and try to find Milotic on my own. Now, this is a part, okay, so like here's a Tera raid battle for Shiftry. Shiftry is a Pokemon that I have not caught in the Pokemon Scarlet DLC just yet, so therefore it's a Pokemon that I need to register to my Kitakami Pokedex. It would be nice to connect online and allow random players to join me, but I guess over the course of this walkthrough part, I'm gonna have to do things by myself, alongside a fair share of CPU players. Sometimes that's easier, sometimes that's harder. It's gonna be a case-by-case basis. But ultimately, this is gonna be one of those walkthrough parts where I catch a bunch of Pokemon primarily through Tera raids. Oh, I brought Gliscor with me, didn't I? I did not want to bring Gliscor, especially if it's Ice Tera type. Let me try that again. Ultimately, this is gonna be one of those walkthrough parts that's gonna have me catching a lot of Pokemon, and that's necessary for completing the Kitakami Pokedex, but I'm not going to be making any story progression, and this walkthrough part is not going to end until I get Milotic. And I know Milotic can appear in the raids because I spent the past part trying to do a bunch of Tera raids, and I saw Milotic was an option, but I wasn't able to join a Milotic raid. So now I'm going to try to find my own Milotic raid since I can't connect online and join someone else's. So this walkthrough part will have me getting a Milotic and rotating it onto my team. Now, the other option is to find its pre-evolution in the form of Feebas. And historically, Feebas has always been a tricky Pokemon to find. Hopefully, I can at least do that. But Milotic doesn't appear in the wild, so that means in order to get Milotic, I would either have to find a Feebas and evolve it, and that's gonna be obnoxious, or I have to find Milotic in a Tera raid. So hopefully I can just find Milotic in a Tera raid. It's a similar problem to what I had to do with Gligar and Gliscor in the past, but there's an extra step involved. Feebas evolves when you trade it holding a Prism Scale. And I don't have a Prism Scale, and I don't want to have to connect, I'd have to connect online to trade it anyway, so I can't do that right now. So my best bet is to find a Milotic in a Tera raid. So I would like to try and do that. That way I don't have to trade with anybody, and that way I just have a Milotic ready to go. But I will catch a few Pokemon along the way. I will catch a couple, maybe like 4 or 5 Pokemon, and there will be timestamps in the description down below showcasing which Pokemon I catch. But I don't want to derail myself and wind up catching like 50 Pokemon, because if I wanted to, I could tear the Kitakami region apart. I could catch every Pokemon that's in front of me, and I could complete the entirety of the Pokedex if it meant that I had to find this Milotic. But I'd rather not do that. There will be other parts with other opportunities that will allow me to catch other Pokemon. For now, I'll do a few Tera raid battles along the way so I can clear these Tera crystals out of my map, and hopefully that'll allow other Pokemon to spawn in their place. But I want to make sure that I get Milotic. And I don't want this to be like a 5-hour part either. With any luck, I'll get Milotic within 1 hour. Although knowing my luck, it'll probably take 2 or even longer. But right now, I'll go ahead and knock out the Shiftry, I'll catch it, I'll add it to my Kitakami Pokedex. If I come across another Tera raid battle that contains a Pokemon that I do not have registered in my Kitakami Pokedex, then I will go ahead and catch it at that time. But otherwise, the goal here is to look for Milotic. Now let's go ahead and wrap this up with one more bullet punch. Huzzah! I was able to clear this Tera raid with a bunch of CPU players. Thank you so much. All right. And it's nice to have Shiftry because it evolves from Nuzleaf through the use of a Leaf Stone. But this way, if I just catch Shiftry here, I don't have to evolve a Nuzleaf. And I get to hang on to a Leaf Stone. And you are a grass dark type Pokemon, so I figured a green and black ball is perfect for you because dark type Pokemon are commonly associated with the color black, and grass type Pokemon are commonly associated with the color green. So therefore, a grass dark Pokemon and a green and black ball just makes perfect sense to me. There you go, Shiftry. Great. Alright, and I get to reap the benefits of doing this Tera raid. So I'll get some Ice Tera shards, which isn't super useful. It could be useful on something like Weavile, who's you can just hit even harder. Oh, the bottle cap is nice, and the feathers are nice, and of course the experience candies are always nice. Alright, I didn't even get that many Ice Tera shards. It's just nice to have the Tera shards, but that's not like I needed ice ones. Well, alright. Shiftry is down and out. It'll be added to my boxes, and I'll have to go ahead and organize my boxes in due time because I suspect that I'm going to be doing a number of Tera raid battles in this part until I finally tear up this region and find Milotic. It is said that when Shiftry flaps its leafy fans atop ancient trees, chilly winds blow and the season rolls into winter. You're telling me Shiftry has the ability to change the season to winter? Well, it can learn sunny day. Chances are it can learn hail or snowstorm as well. I don't know. All right, well, I guess my only other option, well, first, let me go ahead and move Shiftry into the proper box. I guess my only other option, no, that's right, I still have Gligar over here. Let's move you over to here. Boom, there you go. You can be right behind the Conkeldurs. Or I guess the plural of Conkeldurr would still be Conkeldurr, but you get the idea. All right, so I guess my only other option then would just be to wander around the map and look for more Tera crystals. Is there an item in here? I don't think I've gone through here. Whoa, there's a hole! Oh, I didn't go that far down. But I could go further down. Well, that's exciting. This is the type of stuff that I have a love-hate relationship with. I love that there's a big old area to explore here that I didn't notice previously, but now it's like, oh boy. There's a big old area here that I didn't explore previously. Okay, oh, we're still going, woo! All right, well, if there are new Pokemon in here, then I suppose I will catch them. Although it looks like it's gonna be a lot of the same Pokemon that I caught previously. And then what is this item here? What do we got? Ooh, the TM for Hydro Pump. That is a super powerful water type move, and I was not aware that I had not obtained the TM for that previously. Well, that is handy. Otherwise, it looks like it's a bunch of Ekans in here, which means Gliscor is gonna have a field day. Go get him. Give me all those Ekans fangs. Thank you very much. All right, this is Yoshiller from the future, editing this little section in. Sorry to mess with the pacing of the video, but I figured I may as well edit this section in before all of you leave a comment down below. That room that I was just in, and therefore the room that I'm in now, is where you actually can catch Feebas. This is where you do it. I will make this discovery later, but I figured I'd go ahead and showcase this now because a bunch of other things are gonna happen in this part. I'm gonna catch a bunch of other Pokemon, but just know I did eventually find out that this is where you catch Feebas, all right? Yeah, spoilers, I did catch a Feebas in this video, but hey, there's still plenty of other things that happen in this part too, so hopefully you'll still enjoy it. All right, I'm gonna cut back to the present now. Whoosh! Good job, Gliscor, good job. It's like this cave was made for you. Yeah, Gliscor with Earthquake, with Toxic Heal and a Toxic Orb. Nasty combination to deal with. There you go. Yeah, I get the feeling Gliscor is probably gonna hard carry me through the rest of the DLC. Woo, this cave just keeps going. It just keeps going. Okay, now we're in the room with the Swanna. Okay, so those are Ice-type Pokemon. Gliscor normally shouldn't deal with those, but I think he can handle it. You got this, buddy. Ooh, Uproar. Okay, getting all sorts of TMs in this part that I never had previously. Well, that's all nice. Thank you. I mean, I could catch these Swinub and see if one will eventually evolve into the final form of Mamoswine because I don't have that for my Pokedex yet. But what's probably gonna happen is in this part or a future part, I will probably find a Mamoswine Tera raid and I will get Mamoswine that way. All right, so where does this let out? Over here, huh? Yeah, okay, if I found this entrance to this cave over here, I would not have known that there was a big hole that brought me up. Although, hey, this is a body of water. This is a waterfall. Maybe I ought to follow the water to see where it goes because maybe at the base of it is where Feebas is. Maybe. Let me see. Or it just ends here. Well, that ain't right. This water has to keep going somewhere. I mean, okay, realistically, there's probably a hole underneath all of that where the water drains through and I can't go through that. Okay, so that's a dead end for me. But where there's water, there's gotta be a Feebas somewhere. And I would love to be doing some online Tera raid battles in the midst of me hunting around for Feebas, but alas, I cannot do that because the online servers are down right now. Oh, what unfortunate timing. All right, well, there. Gliscor, oh, no. Go get the Pichu, thank you. All right, what about this raid? What's this one? This is a Cramorant. Cramorant's new, isn't it? Hang on a second. Cramorant is not in the base game. I'm just getting psyched out. I could check. Let's see. I'm not doing that. My controller's freaking out a little bit. Okay, Pokedex. And then we want the Kitakami Pokedex. And then we'll sort it by alphabetical. No, but it doesn't start me at the front. I mean, it's probably better that it doesn't start me at the front. It's more convenient for later. But for this exact example, it's not super convenient. I gotta go back over to C. No. I don't have Cramorant. Glad I checked. Glad that this is the raid in front of me. Okay. Gliscor, you can take a nap. Because you don't have a flying type move, this raid probably isn't your best option. You could probably take it out, don't get me wrong, but let's go ahead and pick something with a super effective move. So anything that resists Swat, whatever, it's gonna be Scizor. It's gonna be Scizor because Scizor has bug moves that'll be super effective toward a grass Tera type Pokemon. All right, yeah, Cramorant psyched me out because Cramorant is still a relatively recent Pokemon. It was introduced in Generation 8. It just didn't occur to me that it wasn't in the base game. It's here in the DLC. So, okay, I'll go ahead and catch it now. And then we'll go ahead and get this Tera Crystal out of here, and hopefully that'll cause a different Tera Crystal to spawn elsewhere in Kitakami, and that Tera Crystal will contain a raid that contains a Milotic, or a Feebas. Preferably Milotic though, because it'll be a whole lot easier to breed a new Feebas than to evolve a Feebas into a Milotic, but we'll see. Alright, well folks, hopefully you know the routine by now. It's looking like Scizor is my Tera raid battle Pokemon. We go ahead and go for the Swords Dance. Everyone else can attack it, fine. I probably don't even need to use Swords Dance. I probably could have gone straight for U-turn. But this way I know for certain. Ooh, Feather Dance. Well, that lowers my attack stat once, but not twice, right? Oh no, it does lower it twice. Well, you didn't even use it on me, so I'm still at +2 attack. So this should just take you out. Boom, baby, good job, Ryan. You got it. Cool. Yeah, Scizor, my Tera raid Pokemon. Gonna be using him a lot, even if he doesn't have super effective moves. Just having him with Swords Dance is useful. All right. Well, you are a water bird, you are a blue Pokemon. How about I go ahead and catch you in a good old blue ball? How about I go ahead and catch you in the dive ball? There you go. All right, so see, just like that, I have now added 2 Pokemon to the Kitakami Pokedex. So that is making progress toward 100% completion in the DLC. It's not story progress, but it's stuff I intended to do for this walkthrough anyway. But still, I imagine I'm still gonna do a couple more Tera raid battles in this part. But I don't want to be doing too many Tera raid battles in this part, you know? I'm hoping I can just find the Feebas and or Milotic, and I'm hoping that I can just dip. And I can save all these Tera raid battles and wild Pokemon battle encounters for future parts. Because there'll be future opportunities to go ahead and complete the Kitakami Pokedex, yeah? Just taking a detour from Milotic because there are still... I mean, there's only so many more story-related battles in the DLC here. So I would like to go ahead and have a more refined team for this. That's why I'm taking this detour. But I don't need to complete the Pokedex right now. There will be time to do that afterward. For now, Cramorant instinctively swallow everything whole. They're at their most formidable when they're struggling to swallow overly large prey. Yeah, you can fight Cramorant that are holding Pikachu in their mouths and they can't swallow the Pikachu, but they can spit it out at you. Alright, well, that's Cramorant. I suppose I should move you over to the proper box then. You'll go right behind the other 2 Conkeldurr. Right there. Perfect. All right. I imagine I'm going to have to be doing that a lot, but best to keep doing it as I catch new Pokemon before it piles up in another box and I start making a mess, so best to just do it as I catch Pokemon, even if it isn't the most time-efficient option. I mean, it's spending time now to save time later, I guess. Well, I suppose I'm finally properly exploring the Kitakami region. I don't know if there will be any more story elements that will require me to go over to these parts, but now I'm going over here because I am drawn by the Tera raid battles. I am drawn by the Feebas. Feebas! Talk about timing. All right, cool. Okay, I'm going to do this raid no matter what because I have to get a Feebas. I'm hoping that in doing this raid that it will give me a Prism Scale because that's the item I need to evolve Feebas. But I'm a little doubtful because I had the same hope when I was trying to catch Gligar, hoping that it would give me a Razor Fang so I could evolve it, and that never happened. Either way, I have to get Feebas anyway, so I may as well do this raid. Hopefully it's a girl. But I might still hunt for Milotic raids afterward anyway. And then as for the Tera typing, like Ghost, it's like far from the worst Tera typing that Milotic could have. But It's not like that useful either. All right, either way, I can probably one-hit KO it with a quick Earthquake, yeah? Oh, and it is a girl, so that works out. So if I were to evolve this Feebas, it would match the Milotic that I used back in the good old days. There you go, one-hit KO, awesome! All right, and if I really want to match the Milotic back in the good old days, I would catch this Feebas here in a net ball. So that's what I intend to do. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and catch it. Not a dive ball, no, 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 no. Good old net ball. The Milotic I've been using over the years was caught in this ball, so let's go ahead and keep the tradition going. All right, this is good. This is good. Getting a Feebas at all, especially one that's female, is good. This is fine. I like, if need be, I can wait this out and wait for servers to go. Why? No, I still need a Prism Scale. That's still a problem, because that's definitely not an item that I can buy at a shop. That item exists purely to evolve Feebas into Milotic. See, I got excited because it said Feebas scales, but not a Prism Scale. It has to be a Prism Scale. Darn it. They invented the Prism Scale to evolve Feebas into Milotic because before, you had to evolve Feebas by having it have a maxed out beauty stat. But because beauty isn't a stat anymore, you had to give it a new item. It's supposed to be like you have this ugly looking fish and then you evolve it into this beautiful creature. This top Pokemon is perfectly fine even in dirty water. However, due to its ragged, shabby appearance, it isn't popular. Yeah, well, you know what? You might not be popular in high school, but you might be popular down the line. Be careful who you call ugly in high school is basically the aim of the game there. All right, well, I got the Feebas. Like, that much is still a good sign. I probably should still hunt for, what is that? A Lampent? Lampent? I don't think I have any of that line. Oh, and Skull, ooh, well, that's actually a really good move to give to Milotic when I inevitably get one. All right, let's go ahead and get me a Lampent while I'm at it, and then I will focus on getting Milotic afterward. Yeah, because I still need a Prism Scale, and I would still need someone to trade with. And if I need to, like, I can split this recording into parts. Like, I can record this part now, wait for servers to come back online. Wait, this is Grass Tera? That's actually not bad for you, Lampent. Actually, well, it is bad for you because I have Poison Jab, but under normal circumstances, giving a Fire-type Pokemon a Grass Tera, that's pretty good. Let me talk about Lampent for a second. So Lampent will eventually evolve into Chandelure, which is quite a nasty special attacker. Its typing is Ghost Fire, same as my Fry guy in my PC box, the same as Skeledirge. But whereas Skeledirge is meant to be a little bulky, Chandelure is meant to be full-on offensive. Ooh, and I got the critical capture? Well, that much is nice. All right, so I could evolve this Lampent into Chandelure and get 2 Pokedex entries right now, or I mean, I still have to find its pre-evolution in the form of Litwick. So I'll do that a different time. Lampent appears at the moment of death and promptly absorbs the spirit as it leaves its body? Am I gonna die? Is that why you're here? It says it arrives promptly at the moment of death. Is that why you're wandering around here? No, I ain't dying until I get my Milotic. Yeah, so I need to figure out how to get a Prism Scale. There has to be some sort of repeatable method to getting them, right? I was really hoping that Tera Raid was gonna be Milotic right there. They can appear. I'm glad I got Feebas. What is this? Oh, that's that glimmer thing. Okay, never mind. And what is this? Flare Blitz, that's a good TM. I'm getting all the good TMs right now. I got Scald, I got Hydro Pump, I got Flare Blitz. That's the good stuff. All right, what's this? Power Gem, cool. All right, and what is this? Swadloon. Well, it's not a Pokemon I have yet. I have Swaddle, and I even have Leavanny, but I don't have Swadloon. If doing this raid means that I can cause other raids to appear afterward, then I may as well do it. I can really take it out with whatever I want, but because it is a flying type raid, I best use electric, ice, or rock moves on it, right? Let's see. I mean, I'm overthinking this. It's just a Swadloon. Tell you what, we'll go ahead and send Baxbax in there. One good ice shard ought to do the trick, and then I'll challenge it alone. I guess the one plus side of challenging these things alone, especially when it's just a 3-star raid, is that I can just like start and finish whenever I want. Like that's fine. That's all good to me. But what I really need more than anything else is just a Milotic raid so I can just be done. And I can do all these extra Tera raids another time. Like, yeah, I'm glad I got Shiftry, and I'm glad that I happened to find a random Lampent wandering around. And I'm glad I got the Feebas. But what I really, really want is Milotic. And I'm hoping that by doing a Feebas raid, I didn't ruin my chances of finding a Milotic raid. It shouldn't interfere, it should be completely irrelevant. I like that we have a Weavile here. That's nice. Yeah, Intimidate. That's the good stuff. All right, Ice Shard it. And this should be a one-hit KO. And whoop, there we go. Now I'll successfully be able to complete the entirety of the Swadloon line. I'll have all 3 sitting in my boxes. And Swadloon's always just kind of like cool looking to me. All right, well, you are a green Pokemon. I should catch you in a green ball, probably the Nest Ball, because the only other green ball I have is the Friend Ball, and I'm saving on to that, because I only got one of those. Although catching you in a Friend Ball would actually make sense, because Swadloon is a Pokemon that evolves through having a high friendship stat anyway. But nah, you go on the Nest Ball. There you go. It is still a green ball nonetheless, with multiple shades of green on it, so it probably is more fitting for you. Or that's actually more like a yellow, isn't it? Well, you're kind of yellowish. Yeah, you got yellow on you. So this is probably the more fitting ball. All right, there, Swadloon caught, added to the Pokedex, cool, great. That's nice and all, and I'll get some extra reward from having done a Tera raid, but what I really need is Milotic, and it's really bumming me out that I can't connect online and check online raids every once in a while, because I figured that would have been my best bet. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Well, there you go. Bug grass type. Swadloon lives quietly at the feet of trees. It prefers eating fallen leaves that have grown soft, rather than fresh ones. There you go. Boom. Entire Swaddle family in there. Swaddle, Swadloon, and Leavanny. All right, and an extra Pokeball. Well, that's neat. Where was that cave entrance that I did before? Yeah, there aren't like Tera crystals in here, are there? I mean, there are plenty of places in here that I have not properly explored. I feel like on the way down there was even like a little hole. Yeah, getting real Tears of the Kingdom vibes from this because I basically had to do the same thing when I was in Gerudo Town. I went, oh, hang on. Carbink, that's a new one, right? Hello, Carbink. You are a rock fairy type Pokemon, which means you are 4 times weak to steel, but otherwise you are a pretty decently defensive Pokemon if I recall correctly. So you should be able to take a Crab Hammer. Boom. Ooh, okay, maybe not as defensive as I thought, but still you were able to take it. Thank goodness. All right. What do you say I just go ahead and chuck a ball at you? You being fairy type and all instinctively makes me want to use a heal ball. So I think I'll go ahead and try that. And I mean, a Dusk Ball could work because we are inside of a cave, but a Dusk Ball doesn't seem fitting for you. I feel like a heal ball is ready to go. See, look at that. 2 shakes and nothing. Been a while since that's happened. Stealth Rock, well, don't you worry. I don't intend on switching out from this point onward. We are just going to make this work. Let's go ahead and get that heal ball going. All right, and boop. There you go. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. You just have to make sure that you wasted a heal ball first, right? I get it. You gotta just make me waste my time and my supplies a little bit. But the more important thing is that I was able to find the Carbink. So this is just the Carbink cave over here, yeah? It has slept underground for hundreds of millions of years since its birth. It is occasionally found during the excavation of caves. You're telling me, that's how I found it. All right, well, boom. Carbink, caught, filling in the gap between Garchomp and Salazzle. Awesome, well now I can just have Gliscor KO the rest of you and I can reap the rewards. So folks, if you need Carbink, this is the place to go. Drop down this cave and stop on this floor because there's just a bunch in here. Well, that's pretty neat, and there you go. Gliscor's Toxic Orb is now in effect, so it's walking around poisoned, but it should be healing itself rather than getting hurt. Well, look at all the Carbink jewels. What TM does that make? But I'm taking it. All right, now I am back down here. I think this is where I want to be. And then, boop. Oh, okay, there's an Ogre clan member there. Okay, you know what I want to do then? You know what I want to do? I want to find Milotic, and then I want to conclude this part by bringing, Stealth Rock TM, that's really, really useful. Okay, I want to find Milotic, and then I want to conclude this part by bringing Milotic back over to this Ogre clan member, and I'm going to beat that Ogre clan member with Milotic. Mark my words. And if I forget to do it in this part, then I'll do it in the next part. But that is something I would definitely like to do. Hang on, Cleffa? Well, don't mind if I do. I'm sure No, that's not what I wanted! No, I don't want Bronzor. Get the heck out of here. No, you're letting it get away! Cleffa, come back, please! Cleffa! Thank you. As I was saying, oh yeah, Cleffa? Well, that puts me more at ease because I found Clefairy earlier and I was like, oh no, am I gonna have to breed Clefairy to get Cleffa? No, thank goodness I found it in the wild, and with any luck, I'll just immediately catch it in this heal ball. Or it won't even shake it at all. You're a bit more stubborn than the Carbink upstairs, aren't you? Although granted, I damaged the Carbink with Crab Hammer first, I don't trust that I can damage you with Crab Hammer and not KO you, and I really want to make sure that I catch you while I have the opportunity. So I'm gonna go ahead and swap in Noctowl and put you to sleep first. How about that? Because that will increase my odds. Noctowl might even be able to strike you without KOing you, but best to leave it alone right now. Sweet Kiss, oh, you're gonna confuse me as well? So be it. All right, well, I know it's a big ask to try to use Hypnosis through confusion and hope that it hits, but I'm going for it anyway. All right, Noctowl, you got this, girl. You got this, you got this. Good girl! Who's a good owl? You are. You're the best. Noctowl is my favorite of the early game regional birds. Because, I mean, there's like Pidgeot. Pidgeot's kind of cool. Don't really care for Swellow, don't really care for Staraptor, don't really care for Unpheasant. Talonflame's okay. Don't really care for Toucanon, and don't really care for Corviknight. Corviknight's okay, but I mean, I use Tinkaton, which is its rival, apparently. There we go, I got Cleffa! Great! Putting it to sleep was the trick. Good job, teamwork! See, in due time, I'll get Milotic on the team, and then it'll really be some teamwork. All right, good job, Cleffa! On late nights illuminated by shooting stars, it gazes intently skyward, as if thinking of its home. That's right, like Clefairy's supposed to be like an alien or something, isn't it? Yeah, it's like, it's not from here, but it still counts as a Pokemon. Pokemon has future-proofed itself since Generation 1 to indicate that there are Pokemon in other worlds, and maybe one day we shall explore them. All right, this is it. I got a good feeling about this one. This is the Milotic raid right here. Chimecho! Well, technically, it's not a Pokemon that I've caught for the Kitakami Pokedex yet, but it's not a Pokemon that I think I'd struggle finding here in the Kitakami region. All right. I have to like put a cap on the amount of Tera raid battles I'm basically going to be doing in this part. So after this Tera raid, after this Chimecho raid, I'll probably do 2 more non-Milotic Tera raids, and then like that's gonna have to be it. All right, because otherwise I am gonna wind up completing the entirety of the Kitakami Pokedex, which is something I have to do anyway, but it's not what I intended to do in this part. I just want to get Milotic and move on. And I'm glad that this hunt for Milotic is allowing me to make progress in this game in other ways, but otherwise I want to find this beautiful serpent and then move on. Okay, yeah, okay, thanks for the boosts, everybody. Once I use this Earthquake, it's go- oh wait, no, it said it had Levitate, didn't it? Well, all right, you know what then? It's a good thing I got Crab Hammer, huh? So let's go all out. Boom. With any luck, you'll all KO it. I forgot Chimecho has Levitate. Then again, I don't remember jack squat about Chimecho. Not even kidding. Chimecho's got to be one of the most forgettable Pokemon. If James from Team Rocket didn't have one in the anime, I would forget that this Pokemon exists. And even then, he didn't even use it that much, and even then I didn't watch much of the Generation 3 Pokemon anime anyway. It was rare in Generation 3, and then they gave it a pre-evolution in Generation 4, and like, they never popped up, it's whatever. Either way, Crab Hammer was useful here. The one time where Crab Hammer is gonna be useful is on a rock Pokemon with Levitate. Great. All right, so now I can catch this in whatever ball I want. You know what? You can go on the luxury ball. All right, I've only got a couple left, but I think you've deserved it. Chimecho is supposed to be like a good luck Pokemon. It's based on like Japanese holidays or Japanese traditions where you write like your biggest desire on like a sheet of paper and then you hang it on a tree or something like that. There's a name for it, I don't remember what it's called, but I saw it when I went to Japan, or I saw the trees that had stuff on it. As for Chimecho itself, oh, it's a horrible competitive Pokemon. Its stats are really low. There are plenty of better Psychic-type Pokemon. I suppose it's charming, but there are plenty of other charming Psychic-type Pokemon. I mean, you know, I got Espeon. I'm good to go. All right? But all right. There you go. Now I don't gotta worry about Chimecho anymore, and hopefully knocking out that raid will allow things to be smooth sailing from here. It's even the Wind Chime Pokemon. Yeah, it's a Wind Chime, it's a bell, it's a little thing that you put on a tree on a Japanese holiday. It's got it all. It's all sorts of good vibes. It's just not a good Pokemon, competitively. Design-wise, I guess it's kind of cute, but whatever, it's here. It's normally a relatively rare Pokemon to find, so now I guess Pokemon Scarlet and Violet have made it and its pre-evolution more easy to obtain than ever. All right, let's see what this little raid up ahead is, and we'll see if I'm even gonna do it. I guess it's nice to get like quick balls and all that. Like, yeah, I'm properly wandering the Kitakami region. I'm actually exploring it this time around. Oh, I'd rather not. fight Ralts right now. That's another charming Psychic-type Pokemon. Although, I admit people kind of get carried away with its final evolution. Both, but one more than the other. All right, there we go. We're getting all this stuff. Rock Tera Shard, sure. All right, and what is this normal Tera raid? Poliwrath? Well, it's kind of the same logic I had with Shiftry at the start of this part. It's a Pokemon that evolves through an evolutionary stone, so if I were to do this raid and catch it now, that's an evolutionary stone I could save. And I already caught its branching evolution in the form of Politoed previously, so okay. Just need something that can take water and fighting hits and can be super effective to normal. The only thing that's super effective to normal is fighting. Like I could bring Rhine. I was also kind of thinking Pom Pom. Or like I could be bringing Dragonite because Dragonite has Dragon Dance, but by that same logic, I could just bring Rhine with Swords Dance, right? I mean, okay, let's just do Lucario because Lucario's got Drain Punch. I don't have stat boosting moves on it. With any luck, this will add for a nice change of pace. I'm doing it with a Lucario instead of a Scizor, and I've got Drain Punch, so whatever damage this Poliwrath does to me, I shall restore by using Drain Punch. And then I'm also using a Life Orb for added power, but a Life Orb caused me to have recoil damage every time I attack, which I will hopefully restore by using Drain Punch. So let's hope for the best. In hindsight, maybe I should have brought Dragonite because it would be flying type and would resist its fighting moves, and Lucario will actually be weak to them, but that's okay. I can do it. There you go. Tauros has even got its Intimidate going off on it, so... Oh. You got a freebie Rain Dance, huh? To boost the power of your water moves? Not even worried. Right off the bat, we're gonna go all out because this will benefit me and my teammates, and that Umbreon's going for Thunder Wave. Thank you, that's the good stuff. I wasn't worried about it outspeeding me, but that will hopefully make it so that it won't be able to attack every so often. All right, decent damage, decent damage. I will restore that with a quick Drain Punch. Yeah, normal Tera type for Poliwrath. That's actually not great. Normal Tera is so niche. It's probably good on a Psychic type Pokemon, so you lose your weakness to Ghost and it becomes an immunity, and then you're no longer weak to Dark. But otherwise, yeah, like on a Poliwrath though, not that useful. If you're gonna use like Body Slam or something, I guess it becomes pretty useful, because then your Body Slam becomes stronger. And I guess you're no longer weak to Psychic or Flying or Electric or Grass. Like, okay, it's not the worst Tera type, but it's not a Pokemon that really benefits from a normal Tera type either. But then again, normal is not the worst Tera type. I believe it's been argued that it's Psychic that's the worst, because if you're going on the defensive, well, Psychic is weak to Ghost, Dark, and Bug, well, you can remove your Ghost and Dark weaknesses by just becoming Dark type. You're still weak to Bug, but whatever. And, I mean, you can even become normal, and you remove your Ghost weakness. But the only benefit to being Psychic Tera type would be to go on the offensive to boost the power of your Psychic type moves. But even then, if you're a Psychic type Pokemon, you can probably learn something like Shadow Ball anyway, and therefore become a Ghost Tera type Pokemon. So, and that way, when you're Ghost Tera type, you have 2 immunities, and you lose your weakness to Bug. So, I don't know. Yeah, Psychic is argued to be the worst Tera type, but there's no reason a Pokemon that's not Psychic type would benefit from Tera typing into a Psychic type. No real reason. There are a fair share of Pokemon that can learn Psychic moves, don't get me wrong, but you're better off Tera typing or Terastallizing into a different type Haze. Okay, so all of our attack boosts are gone. That's a bummer. Well, I'm hoping I can just keep going for Drain Punch and that will be okay, because I've already used 2 of my Cheers. I only got 1 left, and I like to save it for a heal just in case. The Drain Punch is coming in clutch though. I'm almost back at full health. All right, there we go. Yeah, we're going, we're moving. Thankfully, it doesn't take a huge chunk out of my timer whenever my teammates get KO'd, because they're AI controlled, so, or they're CPUs, so I don't gotta worry about that. But it just means that whenever they do faint, it's less damage that we're dealing to this Poliwrath collectively at a time. But, you know, if I was playing with human players and they fainted, then I'd have to deal with, well, that's less damage that we're doing at a time, and I deal with the penalty of having a teammate go down. But I guess they made it that way because in Sword and Shield, when you did raid battles, once you had a total of 4 faints on the field, you just lost altogether. It's probably better this way, just to have it against the timer. I just get freaked out because it lags a lot, and then we're just stuck sitting here while we wait for the game to catch up. Boom. All right. Either way, though, this Poliwrath is going to go down. Looks like we're going to be okay. Took a little longer than I would have preferred for it to have, but that's fine. Ooh, yeah, get that Dunsparce. Oh, you're stealing some of our Tera Orbs charge. Not cool, dude. But you are paralyzed. One more Drain Punch from this Lucario ought to do the trick. Okay, I needed a little bit of help from the teammates here, but there you go. Now you are out of health, and now I basically am back at full health. That's awesome. All right. Nope, I was gonna say, hang on, that should be done. There we go. All right, Poliwrath down. Awesome. Let's catch you. And we can go ahead and get you. I'm thinking a dive ball for you as well, because you're so blue. All right, boom. All right. Now we'll add Poliwrath to the Kitakami Pokedex, and now I'll have Poliwrath and Politoed, but I don't have the pre-evolutions of Poliwag or Poliwhirl. I imagine they won't be too difficult to find. They won't be nearly as difficult to find as Feebas, I imagine, but they'll be around. I'll get them in due time. For now, let's get this Poliwrath, and then I really only gotta do like 1 or 2 more raid battles. Ooh, spicy Herba Mystica though, that much is nice. And we got the Poliwag slime, cool. And some normal Tera shards. I mean, those are nice to have, just nice to have the Tera shards. So you need a whole bunch to even change a Pokemon's Tera type. And there, now that I have Poliwrath here, I don't have to worry about it later, but I still need to focus on the task of the task at hand, and that is getting Milotic. There you go, water fighting type Pokemon. Although it's skilled in a style of dynamic swimming that uses all its muscles, for some reason it lives on dry land. Well, yeah, I mean, it's less exhausting to live on dry land and to have to stay afloat in water all the time. And it can swim, but that doesn't mean it can breathe underwater now, can it? I don't know. For now, let's move you over to the other boxes. Let's move all of these Pokemon at once. I don't recall how a Fennekin got over here, but whatever, that might have been an accident. Here, you can go here. Poliwrath, you can go there next to Lampent, and then Fennekin. Where did you come from? Were you here? Okay, just box 1, I guess. Yeah, organizing my boxes right now. Give me a moment. Boom. And then the rest of you. We'll just slide you all over 1. Cool. All right, filling up this box. That's almost 2 full boxes exclusively of DLC Pokemon. That's pretty neat. All right. Well, there's a crystal over here, so let's go this way. All right. I am about to explore parts that I have not explored of the Kitakami region previously. With any luck, here in the Kitakami wilds, I'll be able to find Milotic over here. Maybe. These Tera crystals can contain any Pokemon, right? I mean, historically, Feebas, and then I guess technically by proxy Milotic, are kind of Pokemon that are found, that are more, Feebas is more cave-like. It's found kind of in dirtier water. Milotic is more forest-like. If new Pokemon Snap is anything to go by, you fight it in a forest. But I don't know what that bodes for Tera Crystals. Oh, Munchlax, you're a rare Pokemon. Much like Chingling, they finally made you more easily accessible. And that means I can KO you and get myself a Munchlax Fang. Alright. Either way, all I'm saying is I hope that Milotic can be found anywhere. I'm hoping that Milotic doesn't just spawn in 1 or 2 specific crystal locations. And I hope that I'm right that in doing these raids, it's causing other Pokemon to actually show up. Let's see what this raid's all about. Nah, we'll skip that. I do need Lombre, but we're gonna skip it for now. All right, you can go ahead and KO that Indeedee. Very good. All right, get myself that Indeedee fur. And Noctowl is now level 68, that's awesome. Hey, a Swanna! Swanna is another Pokemon that I used to use back in the day. It's a Pokemon that I used back in Pokemon White 2, and this one's a girl, just like the Swanna I used back in that time. It's a water flying type Pokemon. There's quite a number of those, but Swanna's the one I picked. It's actually fitting that I find it in this part too, because it's a similar story of Feebas and Milotic. Sorta. Feebas is an ugly Pokemon that evolves into a beautiful Pokemon. Swanna is a duck that evolves into a swan. It's the ugly duckling that evolves into a swan, and they're both water types. And it's raining, perfect. Okay, well great. I can go ahead and catch you and then add you to my team, and that'll make things oh so perfect. All right, cool. Let's get it then. So, I'm gonna go ahead and put you to sleep. I'm gonna do the same thing I did with that Cleffa, Tailwind. Now that's a good move for you to have. Yeah, Swanna I think works best as a utility Pokemon, and it could be beneficial for me to have a utility Pokemon on my team. Something other than just having Noctowl with Hypnosis. Now I probably can strike it once or twice as well, but let's go ahead and try to catch it. And if I'm not mistaken, my Swanna back in the old days was just caught in a Pokeball. I caught it as a Ducklet on the Driftvale Bridge. And then I evolved it into Swanna and went through the rest of Pokemon Black 2 and White 2 with it, and it was great. There we go, immediately in a Pokeball. Thank you, Swanna, for being cooperative. Oh, I'm so glad that I found you. All right, well, if I find Milotic in this part, that basically means that my team is going to consist of 2 birds, well, 3 flying-type Pokemon, and then 2 of them will be water types. There you go. Centered around its leader, the flock dances in perfect sync to strengthen its unity. And if that means I also gotta find a Ducklet. I can do that a different time. It's easier for me to have found a Swanna, because I can always breed a Ducklet out of it. Well, hey, why don't you come along on the team? And we'll go ahead and do all the stuff that I normally do when I have a new member of my team. So let's go ahead and get Espeon and Sylveon out of here. And I'll add Swanna right now. And then I guess the last Pokemon, like I could just put Scizor on my team, but maybe I best leave it blank. Because I am gonna find that Milotic, and whenever Milotic is found, it's gonna be the 6th slot here. So let's see. Swanna, water flying type Pokemon, just like I said. This one's a Goyle. Happy to have it. All right, Rain Dance, Tailwind, Brave Bird, and Hurricane. Well, Rain Dance and Hurricane is a good combination. Roost probably is a good move for you, but let's see. I need you to have an offensive water move, and I guess the best thing you can learn right now is Bubble Beam, which is, well, it's gonna be fine as far as single player battles are concerned. And you are a special attacker, so we're gonna get rid of Brave Bird. I'll keep Tailwind on you, and I'll probably keep Hurricane Rain Dance on you. All right, so now we gotta go ahead and change your nickname. Now here's a bit of a problem. Back when I first played Pokemon White 2, I was playing the Japanese version, and so I took advantage of the Japanese characters, which I cannot access on an English Nintendo Switch. So, I mean, I guess I could change the region of my game to Japanese, but it's not that major. What I'll have to do instead is this. Previously, my Swanna's name was Swanna. The wa was the Japanese hiragana symbol for wa. Yeah, okay. Maybe I am just gonna have to use a symbol. I can't switch it to Japanese, so we're gonna put another symbol in its place. We'll go ahead and put this symbol in its place because it kind of looks like a bird beak. What's that symbol actually called? I don't know. But historically, Swanna was Suwanna, and instead of that symbol, it was the hiragana for wa. And because you are a Swanna that I've chained here in Pokemon Scarlet, I gotta denote that with the symbol I've been using for the other Pokemon that I've obtained. This upside down, filled in triangle. Suwanna. I'm still gonna call you Suwanna. Great. Yeah, my Pokemon White 2 nicknames weren't the best. But I did have Blaze the Arcanine there as well. All right, so now that you're here, I guess I gotta do all the other stuff too, right? Well, first, we gotta go ahead and get you EV trained. So we want, or what's your abilities? Whatever. We can go ahead and change your ability. I don't remember what Swanna has. Well, let's go ahead and use it anyway. And you'll have Kenai. That's pretty good. That means my accuracy can't be lowered, and I'm not affected by the evasiveness boosts of other players, right? And then you want a Modest Mint. You are definitely a special attacker. I mean, it might be better to have you on a Timid Mint. Maybe the speed will matter more, but the point being, you're a special attacker. So we want to have a nature that either boosts your special attack or your speed in favor of your attack being dropped. So we'll leave it at Modest for now. All right, and then you need your vitamins, and I'm pretty sure this is standard fare. I'm pretty sure we just max out your special attack and speed. So, boom. You don't need all the feathers. We'll give you a bunch of them. There you go. They're your genius feathers, and then the switch feathers. Yeah, we definitely need to make sure you're like maxed out on speed though, but I don't want you to use all of these. Boom. Okay, because those will still be useful for when I need to EV train Pokemon for competitive usage in the future. And then, yeah, we need more special attack. All right, you know what? You know what it's gonna have to be? You're just gonna have to take all those then. And then the speed, like, you absolutely need to have a good speed stat because you will work well as a utility Pokemon. And then when in doubt, when you've maxed out like your 2 most important stats, the last stat that usually is good to boost is something like HP or just like a defensive stat. So we'll do special defense. Oh, I think I gave you more special defense than I would have wanted you to have, but it might just have to be that way. Okay. And then I will leave it at that because now you have a good ability. Now you can go ahead and take out all the grass type Pokemon that are nearby. And now you can start working as another member of my team. Great! So now I've got Swanna, Noctowl, and Gliscor, 3 flying types, each with different purposes. Although I guess both not. Ooh, Play Rough. I didn't have a TM for that before? Well, that's neat. I guess both Noctowl and Swanna are special attackers, but they both function a little differently. Noctowl is a little bulkier, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, they learn completely different moves. Oh yeah, and of course, when Swanna's in the water, it just swims around. That's fun, and there's another Swanna. Okay, well, I can move on for now. That's not too significant. The Milotic hunt continues, but getting Swanna in this part was quite the pleasant surprise. Good job, Swanna, you got this. Go reap the rewards. All right, Comet Shard, that's pretty good. And another cave, all right, well, I mean, with any luck, ooh, now look what's in front of it. Oh, this is classic, a Snorlax blocking a path. All right, this isn't a Tera battle, this is just a Snorlax chilling out here. All right, Swanna, let's catch some Pokemon with you. So, I guess I can go straight for the Hurricane, or like, yeah, we'll go straight for the Hurricane. I'm Water Tera, that's probably better than being Flying Tera, and of course I missed. This is gonna end poorly, isn't it? Oof, that's gonna hurt. Well, Swanna, better days are ahead, I promise. For now, why don't you come back and, I mean, if I send in Zoroark, you won't be able to damage me, but I won't be able to do a whole lot towards you. Maybe I best go for Gliscor. Gliscor can take a hit and deal some decent damage to you without KOing you. Although Snorlax is pretty bulky, I probably shouldn't be concerned about KOing you anyway. Let's go for Poison Jab. Now, if your ability is immunity, you can't be poisoned. Okay, and you have to recharge anyway. All right, so I should be able to get another one of those off. My ability is not immunity, so I can absolutely be poisoned. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and go for X-Scissor this time. Boom. Decent damage. All right, here comes the Giga Impact. All right, Gliscor, you're fairly defensive. Oh yeah, you're fine. And you'll restore health with the Toxic Heal, Poison Heal, whatever. Good stuff, Gliscor. All right, let's go ahead and catch you. Well, Snorlax, you're quite the monumental Pokemon. Let's try a Premier Ball on you and hope for the best. All right, hopefully you'll just stay in the ball. One. Darn it. Yeah, Snorlax has historically been a difficult Pokemon to catch, but I mean, I do have the Catch Charm and you're decently low on health. You are also level 76. I'll try it again. I got plenty of these Premier Balls, and if they don't work, I got plenty of other Pokeballs that I can use as well. Nope, that time it didn't even shake. Just wasting my time, Snorlax, oof. But it is kind of fun to try and catch you out here. Okay, your speed fell. Like, your speed stat really matters. You are not known for being a fast Pokemon, I'll tell you that. Okay, well, I am hesitant to strike it again, so I'll go ahead and chuck another Premier Ball. Here you go, and boop. Try that. One. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Belly Drum, well, you can't use that because you're under half of your health, but Belly Drum was like one of the best moves that Snorlax can learn. So that much is interesting. All right, Premier Ball again. I'm determined to try and catch you in a Premier Ball, but if I gotta switch over to an Ultra Ball like the good old days, then I'll do it. One, two. All right, I'm gonna try like one or two more Premier Balls. No Belly Drum. I'm glad you're using that though, because it means you're not dealing damage to my Gliscor. You're basically just wasting your turns. And just like that, I'm back at full health. I see, you were just being a gentleman. You wanted my Gliscor to get back to full health before you stayed in the ball, isn't that right? One, two, three. Oh, Snorlax, quite the gentleman you are. Well, thank you for getting inside this Premier Ball and allowing my Gliscor to reach full health. Unfortunately, Swanna will not be able to reap the experience points from that battle, but that's okay. Now we got Snorlax. This gluttonous Pokemon eats constantly apart from when it's asleep. It devours nearly 900 pounds of food per day. That's a lot. Yeah, it's quite a dangerous Pokemon to exist. But there you go. Now I've got Munchlax and Snorlax. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's go ahead and get you out of my party though, and let's go ahead and revive Swanna real quickly. All right, so boom. And then, sure, I'll just go ahead and use a Hyper Potion. We'll heal up the Snorlax too while I'm at. Oh wow, I forgot that Hyper Potions only restore 120 HP. I'm like so used to them just recovering everything. But yeah, they changed it to 120 HP, I think, in Generation 7 onward. And then Snorlax, I mean, Snorlax just has a bunch of HP anyway, so even one Hyper Potion still wouldn't have done the trick, so that's my bad. Well, here you go, Snorlax. You can go right next to Chimecho. All right, I've been playing for like 2.5 hours. Is maintenance over? Are the servers back online? Oh? We're good. All right, well, hopefully this will help expedite the process. All right, so from here on out, I will occasionally check the Poke Portal to see if anyone has a Milotic raid, and then I will mash the A button as soon as I see that Milotic silhouette, and I will try to join it immediately. Let's see what we got. There's one right there! There's one immediately! Please! Please! Please let me join it! Then my Milotic can be over, please! Please! Oh my God! Please let me just join this raid, catch the Milotic, and then be done with this video! Oh my god. What do I gotta do? Do I gotta go on my knees and beg? Please. Oh, the fact that this is taking this long to load makes me nervous. I'm glad that I was able to connect online. I'm glad that I was able to find my Milotic immediately. If I could just join this raid, oh, I could finally be done. I could finally be done. Please. Please. It's not looking bright, folks. All right. Maybe this is a sign that I should get up and stretch. Doggone it. Well, I can still always try a random raid. I'll do those from time to time. All right. With any luck, maybe I'll just get thrown into a Milotic raid. Wouldn't that be lucky? Well, I may now have access to online raids, but that won't change the fact that this is already taking nearly 3 hours. All right, boom. And what's this one? Furret? No, I already have Furret. Thank you, though. It'd be an easy raid to do, but I don't want to waste my time doing too many more raids that I don't need to do, you know? All right, let's try that one down there and hope for the best. Okay. Gyro Ball, that's a good move for slow Pokemon. Why has it gotta take so long? Why does everything I gotta do always gotta take so much longer than I expect? I was even ready for this to take like 2 hours, and now it's taking like 3, and it's still going, and there's no end in sight. But at least the servers are back online, so if I needed to evolve Feebas into Milotic, I could, but that doesn't change the fact that I don't have a Prism Scale, and I don't know how to get one. Oh, and what's this glowing Pokemon? Oh! That's the second evolution. That's the one that evolves into Hakamo-o. I forget what this one's called. Is this Jangmo-o? Or was that the first one? We'll see in a moment. What Tera type are you? You are Tera Steel. That's actually the best Tera type you could have. All right, well, good on you. Yeah, because you're weak. You're 4 times weak to Fairy, which Steel resists, and then that also resists flying. Oh, Hakamo-o. Jangmo-o is the basic one. Hakamo-o is the second one. All right. I'll go ahead and catch you real quickly. Steel Tera type is fantastic. Oh, you're going for counter. Well, that's not going to do anything. I didn't attack you this turn, and even so, when I attack you, I'm going to attack you with a terrestrialized water move. There you go, Swanna. I'm actually terrestrializing you. This may not happen very often, so savor the opportunity. Boom, baby. Look at this extra powered up water bird. With Tera Water and a Rain Dance in effect and same type attack bonus, this should deal like double same type attack bonus. This should deal a decent chunk of damage. Not quite. All right, and you're still going for counter, which means you're not dealing damage to me. No worries. All right, Swanna. One more of those bubble beams will do the trick, and then it won't KO it because it's one of those weird like half Tera battles. But it'll put it in range for it to be caught, and then I can just chuck any type of ball I want at it, and then I'll be good to go. All right. Broke its stance. Cool, and now, let's go ahead. Timer Ball probably is an interesting ball to catch you in, but we'll go ahead and try the Luxury Ball on you. You are quite the luxurious Pokemon back where you're from in the Alola region. There you go. And it stayed in the Luxury Ball. I didn't have to use the second one. There we go. Hakamo-o was caught. We can now add that to the Kitakami Pokedex. And enough experience to get both Swanna and Noctowl to level 69. Nice. Scaly Pokemon Dragon Fighting type. It gets into fist fights so intense that the scales of it on its arms peel off. Crazy. All right. I'll get its final evolution, Hakamo-o, in due time. But for now, I gotta go ahead and put you into the proper box, and then we gotta move on. Let's check Tera raids again. I need to take a break soon. I need to take a break. I need to get up and stretch. I've been sitting here for so long. All right. Always gotta give random a chance, because sometimes it works out. I might not get Milotic, but I could. It's helped me before. Let's see what we get. Oh, maybe I'll even stand and do this raid. Oh, sorry if I'm sounding further away from the microphone. Yeah, ground. So probably like Scizor, right? It's ghost grass normal. Well, someone's bringing a Zoomerl. Alright. Like, I probably could have gone on the offensive, but because it's a 6-star raid, I need something that can take hits, and Scizor's my go-to. I mean, in due time, I'll start using Gliscor for these raids, but because he's not level 100 yet, and he's not like, he doesn't have perfect IVs just yet, I don't feel as comfortable using it. But okay, we got 4 people ready to go. Trevenant is newly available because of the Scarlet DLC, right? It's not in the base game? I think it is. Or rather, I think it is new. I don't think it's in base Scarlet and Violet. So I could try catching it. If that's the case, that's convenient because Trevenant is a Pokemon that evolves through a trade evolution anyway. So it would be beneficial for me to catch it now so I don't have to trade with anyone later. All right, I'll catch it regardless. Might just be nice to have. All right. Oh, yeah, we're all doing the strat. Well, if that, it burned us. Okay. Well, I will go for Swords Dance, and then I can always heal us up on the next turn with the Cheer, because the Cheer will actually remove the burn effect. Okay, using Will-O-Wisp. That's kind of what I figured it had to be for you to burn us. Okay, that's fine. So we wait a second. Okay, Liquidation, slam it. Good job, Azumarill. Okay, so now that we're all burned, we can go ahead and cheer. Boom. All right. Sheen Pal's getting it. Good. All right. Yeah, I guess I'm just here to take hit. If I knew I was just going to be here to take hits, I probably should have sent in Goodra, because Goodra would have had Sap Sipper and would have been immune to Trevenant's grass type attacks. But it's okay. It's okay. Shadow Claw, that shouldn't do a whole lot. Oh, that actually did decent damage, all things considered. But I do have the Rocky Helmet. All right. Good. All right, now here's where we really need this Azumarill to slam it. Azumarill, as long as your Belly Drum attack boost is still in effect, you should be able to 2-hit KO that. All right, never mind. We gotta do it again. Well, now I gotta do my Swords Dance again. So you're using Energy Ball, fine. Okay, we're all doing it again. And it looks like we're all about to get burned again, but I can always use Heal Up again, so that's not that big of a deal. And then Forest Curse, that makes me part Ghost type, right? So that way I'll actually be weak. Oh, that makes me part Grass type. Oh, Trick or Treat. That's the one that makes me part Ghost type. Trick or Treat is the one that the other one gets. Gourgeist gets. Makes you part Ghost type, which in some ways is a little more useful, but whatever. All right. Darn it, I just healed us. Whatever, as long as my teammates are taking care of the damage, we ought to be good. Okay, there we go. Right? Okay, there we go. Okay, it went. Okay, none of us are burned anymore. So you turn it. Okay, Liquidation, yeah? There you go. All right, so I guess I was wrong about the 2-hit KO, but that Azumarill really is hard carrying us right now. That isn't to say that the Shaman and the Sheen Power aren't doing anything. Oh, Woodhammer? Well, I'll quad resist that, and you'll get hurt by the recoil, and you'll get hurt by the Rocky Helmet. All right, cool. The shield is down. One more good slam ought to do it. U-turn. Oh, looks like it's already done. Thank you to my teammates, Setsuna, Mikal, and Schneider. I really appreciate it. All right, moment of truth. Is the Trevenant new? Assuming I'll ever get the opportunity to actually chuck a Pokeball at it to catch it. These screens make me nervous. We should be fine. We had plenty of time remaining on the clock when we actually did KO it. I just, long loading times can be deceiving, especially when playing online where the internet can be unstable. But, I'm looking over at my computer and everything, and it says I'm still online, so there we go. All right. Cool. All right, you are a Ghost Grass-type Pokemon, and you tend to lurk in the night, so I feel as though a Dusk Ball would be the most appropriately fitting ball to obtain you in. Okay, there we go. Let's get him! Go get him! Good stuff. Yes. And boop! And if it turns out I was wrong and Trevenant was in the base game all along, then whatever, I just have a duplicate and all I wasted was an extra Dusk Ball. I can always edit this out. Okay. I mean, it's nice to be getting all of these extra Pokemon, all of these extra rewards. Look at that, I even got some Herba Mystica, great. It's nice to have all of this, but there are other parts where I could be doing all of this. What I really want is the Milotic, but hopefully in doing this raid, if nothing else, I have passed some time for more raids to reset. And hopefully Milotic will be one of them, and hopefully I can just jump right in. Let's see. It is new! It is new. Okay, so that worked out. I'm glad I caught that. I'm glad I obtained a Pokemon that evolves through trade. so I don't have to trade it later. And then, okay, I have to look for Phantump later, and I'm assuming that only shows up at night. But okay, cool. Now we gotta go ahead and get Trevenant out of my party, because you're not a member of my team. There you go. Oh, okay, we're finally going into this box now. To the boxes you go! You shall spearhead box 6. All right, now how are the rest of the raids looking? And is Milotic going to be one of them? Oh, I hope so. Please. Please. Let's see. It is not. It's another Gliscor raid. Well, it's okay. Let's check random this time. Let's see what we get. All right, let's check the Poke Portal. Oh, I'm sorry if my commentary is sounding obnoxious now. It's hard to commentate for this long because you never know when this could be the moment where Milotic finally appears. Please, please. Oh my God, please. I can be done. I could be done right now. Please. Oh my God, please, man. There it is. It's right there. I'm looking right at it. This could be the end. I could finally go to sleep. It's been many hours. I'd like to be done. I would like to be done. Please. Oh. See, it obviously takes some time, but whenever it takes this long, that's usually not a good sign. Maybe I'm the 4th person joining and it's like fighting back and forth between someone else that pushed the button at the exact same time as me. But No. I've already wandered around all of Kitakami and checked all of the crystals. I've changed the date on my game to reset for new Tera crystals. And so the hunt continues. Oh, I'm so tired. I'm gonna get some water. Oh. I know, this is not a particularly professional video at this point. But you know, that's how it has to be sometimes. I'm trying to do what I can. I said I would get a Milotic before this video. Oh, hey, this is a pleasant surprise. This is Ambipom. Ambipom is a Pokemon Violet exclusive. I better do this one then. And it's probably better that I got Ambipom too, because I can always breed it to get its pre-evolution. Better this way. Okay. We could do probably just backs, right? It said it was electric. That's what I thought. Okay. So I got Earthquake on backs with a choice band, and it's only 5 stars. It's not 6. So I should be able to 1 or 2 hit KO it, especially with all these other players here that are also bringing ground types and a Mewtwo. Okay, this is a pleasant surprise. I am glad to be getting Ambipom. Don't get me wrong. That's the perk of picking random every once in a while. Glad that worked out. Cool, it's another Pokemon I can add to my Pokedex, and it's one less problem that I have to worry about later. All right, let's knock this out, and then you know what would make this part perfect? Is if right after this, I finally did a Milotic Tera raid. Okay, let's make sure we get this, huh? All right, it's 5 stars, but I'm trusting that we're all competently leveled. Yeah, see, that guy even has a shiny Garchomp. Good job, Jose. All right, Ambipom. Let's Earthquake it. Yeah, go straight for it. Go straight for the Earthquake. Let's see. And boom. All right. Was that... Okay, whatever. Was that from the Side Strike and the Earthquake, or just my Earthquake? I guess that might have been both. All right, well... I'm choice banded, so now I'm locked into Earthquake for the rest of this battle, but that's not a problem to me because my backs here is already quite the powerful physical attacker anyway. If I really needed to, I guess I could cheer, but I think we should just keep going. Eerie Impulse that lowers special defense? I think. Frankly, I didn't even know that Quagsire could learn that. That's good to know. All right, now it's got the shield up. But the Garchomp already used Swords Dance, and the Mewtwo's using Side Strike, and you're going for Sand Attack. That could be a problem, but it doesn't look like it hit me. Whatever. We got it. We got this. We got plenty of time. Look at this dancing monkey. How exciting. It's all electrified. It's all charged up and ready to go. Okay. Just holding off for a second. Okay. Somehow it went to sleep. Oh, because the Quagsire used Yawn earlier, yeah? Go ahead. Stop, Quagsire. All right. There's the Garchomp's Earthquake. There's the Baxcalibur's Earthquake. All right. One more Earthquake from either of us ought to do the trick. Oh yeah, and then an Earthquake from Quagsire, sure, buddy. All right, we still need One more quick. Okay, there you go. The shield is down. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. We currently are going to beat this Ambipom. Bit of a stretch for an electric pun there, but it'll work. All right, let's get it. Earthquake it. Let's finish off this Ambipom, catch it, add it to the Pokedex, and then go hunt down a Milotic. Oh, I'm so glad to finally be done with this. Okay, it's not actually letting me click the button. I'm pressing A, it's not letting me. Dude! All right, thank you. As long as I'm able to physically chuck a ball at this monkey, that is what counts to me. All right, I can catch you in anything I want. And because you're the girl, or because you are a girl, whatever ball I catch you in is what you'll pass down whenever I breed an Apom from you. But I think I'll just go ahead and do the default Pokeball anyway. Yeah, it's boring, but one, I have 103 regular Pokeballs, and two, I don't think I need Ambipom in some sort of novelty Pokeball. Like, maybe I could have, maybe it'd be neat. Ambipom does have some niche uses in the competitive scene, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know about Scarlet and Violet competitive, but in the past, I think there are 1 or 2 reasons to use it. But otherwise, we'll just do a regular old Pokeball. I gotta find 1 or 2 other Pokemon to catch in a regular old Pokeball, because I've been catching everything in Dusk Balls and Luxury Balls and whatnot. But there you go, Ambipom. Glad I got you. That is a Violet exclusive I no longer have to worry about. I think there might be 1 or 2 other Violet exclusives for the DLC. I'm sure that there are, but I'll worry about them at a different time. For now, we got the Ambipom, and I'm glad. That's nice, an extra Pokemon that I wasn't even thinking about getting that I am glad that I got. Now, between Ambipom and Gliscor, I'm glad that Gliscor was the Scarlet exclusive because I actually use Gliscor and I actually play Pokemon Scarlet. Oh, hang on. They live on large trees. They are said to communicate by connecting their tails to those of others. Yeah, I kind of like Ambipom. I don't know why they made it the counterpart to Gliscor, but it's fine. I mean, I can take a guess. It's because it evolves from a Generation 2 Pokemon, but it's easier to get than Gliscor, that's for sure. All right, we'll go ahead and move Ambipom over to the boxes. Here, you can be right next to this other Gliscor. So that way, we'll have the Pokemon Violet exclusive here, and then we'll have the Pokemon Scarlet exclusive right beside it. There you go. Gliscor and Ambipom. I could always use them as trade fodder later. Cool. All right, I'll worry about getting Apom later. Ah! Finally! That took 4 hours, or just about 4 hours, just shy of it. 3 hours, 58 minutes this recording's been going for. Oh, it always takes so much longer than it needs to, but finally now I can host it, and even if I don't beat the raid because I'm the host, I can just do it again, and it's Ice Tera type. You can destroy an Ice type with anything. I could use Scizor, good old Scizor, but I think I'm just gonna slam it with Tinkaton's Gigaton Hammer. That sounds nice right now. One of my new favorites to take out one of my old favorites. Yeah, you know what, let's see how quickly this fills up, because every time I tried to join a Milotic raid on the Tera raid board, they filled up immediately and I couldn't join. Well, what do you know? This one did fill up immediately. Well, I guess if nothing else, I'm glad I could be of assistance. Now, please, 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 may this Milotic be female, just so that it can match the Milotic that I used all over these past few years. Please be a girl, and then I'll catch it in a netball, and then we'll do the whole thing where I nickname it and give it the moves and give it the EV training and all that good stuff. All right. Hello, beautiful. Okay. We've got 4 human players, which is nice, and we've got 2 players using Iron Hands, so with any luck, we'll just power through this in like 2-3 turns. But because it's just Ice type, I don't really see why I shouldn't just use Gigaton Hammer and take it out right now. All right, go ahead and use your booster energy. Yes, yes, yes. That person's name is Aoi. That means blue in Japanese. It's a girl! It's a girl! Oh my god! Okay. Let's just beat it, and then I'm gonna go to sleep. Chilling water. Oh, I guess it would stand to reason that you can learn that move. That's nice. All right, I'm gonna go for the cheer. We're gonna go for the heal up because you guys have been using belly drum, so you've been cutting your HP in half. All right, rain dance. That's like, oh, looks like I was a little slow to the draw to save the Iron Valiant, but it looks like the Iron Hands are gonna make it. That's fine. We're gonna make it, folks. We're gonna make it. Tisma, you're gonna get this Milotic. Don't you worry. I appreciate you bringing Iron Valiant. All right, there we go. Surf with Rain Dance boost. Not a scratch on my Tinkaton. All right, putting up the shield. That's fine. That's fine. You guys wail on it with like one more attack from each of you. We ought to be good. And that one Iron Hands player, I can't read the top name, but the second name says Aoi. That means blue in Japanese. Well, blue, Aoi, thank you for joining us. All right, you guys ready to go? But you're really going for belly drum again? All right, I'll heal you up. Yeah, Drain Punch is the way to go, so you guys basically get a full restore every time you punch it. All right, and then did someone else use a heal up, or was it just me? Iron Valiant's out again? Yikes, Tisma. All right, well, thankfully the rest of us will carry you. All right. But again, even if I fail this raid, I can always just redo it again on my own time. All right, Hydro Pump, Rain boosted. Yeah, good thing we healed up, huh? All right, now I can't use Gigaton Hammer twice in a row. Oh, it looks like we got it. Thank you. Thank you to the fellow players that joined me. I'm so glad I finally found this Milotic. It really was just like hunting for a Feebas back in the day. Oh, that took way too long, but okay, now I know where to catch the Feebas, and now I finally am gonna get the Milotic. And while it would be nice to catch it in a heal ball, I did catch Feebas, and by proxy Milotic, in a netball back in the day, so I best make it match, because that's basically what I've been doing for every other Pokemon. Oh, I'm just so glad to finally be done. All right, in the netball you go, girl. Welcome back. Welcome anew. I mean, I guess I could have always just transferred over my previous Milotic from Pokemon Home, but for the sake of this walkthrough, for the sake of completing a guide, and for the sake of doing things a little more naturally, figured it should stand to reason that I go ahead and catch a new Pokemon and show how to complete the Pokedex the old-fashioned way. But there it is! I even got a bottle cap with it! Oh, Milotic, you are as beautiful as ever. I'm so glad to have you once again. Ice Tera typing is not great, but actually, it isn't too bad for you either, considering you learn a fair share of Ice-type moves, so it could be beneficial for you to go on the offensive. All right. Milotic is here! Milotic is here! Milotic is here! Oh, I'm so glad. Oh my god, I'm so tired. All right, let's get you all battle ready, and then I'll go ahead and battle that one trainer that's at the top of the mountain, or like inside the mountain, and then we'll be good to go. Its lovely scales are described as rainbow color. They change color depending on the viewing angle. That makes sense. Milotic is a Pokemon of beauty. I did not recall it being called the tender Pokemon, but I guess it would be tender. It is a Pokemon associated with tranquility, good fortune, and, well, majesticness, beauty. You get it. Oh, I'm so glad I got a Milotic back in the day in Pokemon Emerald, so I have reason to get another one now. Love this Pokemon. You're already on my team, and this is more or less what my team is going to look like for the rest of this first batch of DLC for the walkthrough. So there's the Milotic. All right, we're going to see what moves you can learn. Evidently, you can learn Chilling Water, and I do think that's a perfect move for you because Milotic is typically a more defensive Pokemon. Gentle Nature lowers defense, so we don't want that. I think we want Bold for you. But we'll do that in a second. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and remember some moves. So Coil is actually a fantastic move for you too. I don't know 100% how I'm gonna run Milotic just yet. Otherwise, your moveset is probably semi-decent as is. Let's get some TMs on you though. You gotta get some ice type moves. So Icy Wind is good for you. Ice Beam is probably better, and Blizzard's probably the best one. Back in the day, I used to run Coil and Blizzard because Coil boosts your attack, defense, and accuracy. And so with one Coil boost, Blizzard basically almost always hit. So I might run that again. Maybe not while I'm playing single player, but maybe when I go back into competitive. And then Scald is good for you. I think I do want Scald in place of Surf. Chilling Water already lowers the opponent's attack stat, but if I could do that and then inflict a burn with Scald, that sounds like a great combination. I like Icy Wind's good too, but you already have Blizzard. I think Milotic is fine, the way she is right now. Maybe when I move her over to competitive battles, I'll switch out the moveset. And I gotta change the nickname. I almost forgot to do that. Okay, so those are the moves, that's the nature. We need the nickname. Press X to change the nickname, right. Okay, so my Milotic is actually nicknamed after its Japanese name, which is Milocaras. Or technically, it would be pronounced Milocaras, or Mirocaras, but Milocaras is how I pronounce it as the English-speaking American that I am. But the literal translation would be Mirocaras. There you go. Recreated here in Pokemon Scarlet. Happy to have you. And then, let's go ahead and check what your IVs are. That is pretty darn good. 4 perfect IVs. 1 of your non-perfect IVs is attack, which is fine. Awesome. All right, and then Zoroark can't be in the back. Otherwise, these are the 4 Pokemon that I guess I can now obtain as part of the DLC. So they're gonna be the ones that are in the front, while Zoroark is kind of my emergency option, and then whatever is 6th will be its disguise. Now what we need to do is we gotta change your ability, right? So right now, you have I think it said you have Oblivious for your ability. That's not what we want. Not the worst ability in the world, but not the best ability for Milotic. So we can now change it to Marvel Scale, which is good. I might even change it back at some point in the future, but for now, I want her other ability, which is literally called Competitive. That will boost your special attack stat anytime any of her stats goes down. So that much is nice. And then we want to change her nature to Bold, which will lower her attack stat, but raise her physical defense. Okay, and now, typically most competitive players would recommend that you invest EVs into Milotic's physical defense because she already has a decent special defense anyway, and then having HP is always nice, especially if I teach her Recover in the future, which I might just do. All right, now I don't have a whole lot of vitamins, I just have a bunch of feathers. So what I'm gonna need to do is I will need to fly back over to Mont Tenevera, back in the Paldea region, and I'm gonna need to buy some vitamins. Now, with any luck, I'll be able to buy some vitamins because I got so much LP from doing a bunch of Tera raid battles, or at least walking up to the Tera crystals in this video anyway. So we'll buy some vitamins, and we're gonna give her vitamins that will boost her EVs in HP, defense, and special defense. And then we're gonna not max out any of them. If I max out one, it's probably gonna be HP. And then I might give her a few EVs in special attack. So that way when she gets boosted by competitive, she'll actually start one-hit KOing things. Like, +2 special attack, Scald from a Milotic. That'll hurt. And if I do run Coil on Milotic, I might actually have Hydro Pump instead of Scald. But for now, let's see, how much LP do I have? How much cash do I have? I don't have that much, actually. So, okay, let's just spend it all. I can always get more LP from Pokemon Home in the future if I really need more. And then we can buy another with cash. All right, so I actually can't afford any more vitamins. So we're gonna improvise with the vitamins that I do currently have. So what that means is I will go ahead and get, all right, so what you really do need max HP. That way you'll be able to take a hit. That's fine. That should more or less max it out. Okay, and then we want to give you a bunch of physical defense because you're already specially defensive. So this will really make you quite the immovable object. So we want to give you, do I want to give you all of them? We probably want to give you like 16, maybe 17. All right, hold off for a second. And then I have a couple of Swift Feathers. I don't know how integral speed is. Maybe best to have a little bit. That's fine. I'm not gonna give you the regular vitamin for speed. That'll give you a little bit of speed. And then this will give you a decent chunk of special attack. And then what I might do from here is split the difference because I'm only having like 1 vitamin of each. Okay, so maybe we give you a little more speed and then a little more special attack is what I'm thinking. There you go. All right. And then can you even take anything else? You can. Oh, you can just keep going? Okay, and then we'll give you the rest in defense. Cool. Can you take anything else? Any more HP? Nope, you're done. Well, that HP's probably maxed out. Can you take anything else? No. All right. I might undo some speed and give her more special defense in the future, but for now, that ought to be good. And then while I'm here, let me go ahead and sell some of my treasure items so I can actually have some more spending money. Because I've been stocking up on a lot of treasure items from doing the Tera raid battles. So boom, 85,000, great. We'll sell the big nugget, great. And then we'll sell the star pieces. And that's probably good for now. So like I could go buy more vitamins right now if I wanted to, but I think that's gonna do it. All right, so Milotic, do you wanna come to the front of the party and come on out? Welcome to Paldea. Aw, she float. She float. She definitely floats. Okay, just relax, all right? There you are. Yes. All right, I guess you're excited. Well, do you want to go do some battles, Milotic? Because I'm ready to go do some battles. All right, Fry Guy, I'm taking your leftovers. We're gonna give that to Milotic for the time being. So I just want to take it from you. What did I click? Sorry, I'm so tired right now. I hope this video is not a complete mess. All right, boom. Give that to you. You got to play around the leftovers. If I'm not going to be giving you recover right now, this will be the best way you can actually get health back. All right. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't have extra leftovers in here. I'm pretty sure I only had like 2 or 3 leftovers, and I gave them all to Pokemon in my boxes. All right, Milotic is here. Huzzah. Not super worried about giving the other Pokemon hold items. Just as long as the Gliscor's got its Toxic Orb and Milotic has its leftovers, we're going to be fine. All right. And then I can go ahead and have you take out something real quickly if you want to. Nope, you don't want to take out anything? All right, fine. I should stop stalling anyway. All right, the last order of business is to drop down here and finally battle against this member of the Kitakami Ogre clan. Let's do it! Milotic's debut battle. This is Kotetsu of the Kitakami Ogre clan. I'm ready for you. I've got 4 Pokemon that I was able to obtain here in Kitakami, and I've got Hisui and Zoroark in the back in the event of an emergency, but with any luck, I won't need to use them. Starting off with Heracross makes me wish I started off with Swanna, but we'll make it work. All right. What do you say we go straight for the Scald? Oh, sorry. I thought I could press Y to make that move go up to the top of my menu, but I have to do that separately. Oof. Well, that's okay. That'll lower your defense and your special defense, so with any luck, this will be a one-hit KO. I do have a few EVs and special attack after all, or that won't do a whole lot. Burning you under normal circumstances would be a good thing, but Heracross gets guts for its ability, doesn't it? And that means that you actually get an attack boost for being burned. Pretty sure you get guts, which means I should switch. I will switch over to Swanna, because Swanna will actually resist your fighting type moves, and Swanna will be able to KO you shortly thereafter. No worries, Milotic, you did a good job. You did a good job. You'll have plenty of other opportunities to battle throughout this series, I am certain of it. All right, Swanna, you're up. Mega Horn, well, that's great. She'll resist that too. All right, now you are 4 times weak to flying. All I have to do is ensure that this move, Hurricane, connects and will be smooth sailing. Or I could go for Tailwind, actually. Yeah, no worries. All right, Mega Horn, you'll take that. Barely, but you did take it. And now with Tailwind, my entire team will have a speed boost, and now I should outspeed the rest of your team. Yeah, it's like setting up Reflector Light Screen, but for the speed stat. Excellent, excellent. All right, so now let's go for that Hurricane. Good stuff, I'm so glad that connected. Awesome, goodbye, Heracross. Awesome job, Swanna. Nice to be using you again. Let's get that better camera angle over here as well. Okay, boom, lots and lots of experience, nice. Conkeldurr, that's fine. I got 3 flying types on the team, although only 2 of them have flying type moves. Here we are. What's up, buddy? Well, nothing a Hurricane can't stop. Yeah, that should be a one-hit KO, I'm hoping. If it were to hit, of course, but you know, naturally, I gotta miss with these moves more often than I hit with them, and you would have Thunder Punch. You would. Well, that's a problem, because Noctowl and Milotic are weak to that as well, but I'm willing to give Noctowl a chance. Noctowl will absolutely outspeed you, and my Tailwind is still in effect for another turn or 2. All right, now we have a separate problem. I just need to connect with Hypnosis, and then we'll be good. Of course it would miss, though. Of course. I have missed more with that move than I have hit with it during my time using it. And of course, Hammer Arm would one-hit KO, because Noctowl is part normal type, which means Hammer Arm does neutral damage to me. Well, that's a problem. You wouldn't happen to have Ice Punch, would you? Maybe I best move into Gliscor right now. As long as you don't have Ice Punch, we're gonna be fine. All right, Gliscor, you're at least a somewhat defensive Pokemon. You should be able to take a Hammer Arm from this thing. Let's just go... It would be amusing to use Crab Hammer, but we'll go straight for the Earthquake. Woo! You're going for Focus Punch? Well, it's a good thing I'm actually attacking you this turn, because that would deal some nasty damage to me otherwise. All right, so boom. Wow, that didn't do a whole lot. I'm not actually convinced that Swanna would have one-hit KO'd it anyway. Well, maybe. Maybe. I think your special defense is a lot lower, right? Isn't the whole thing that you're really, really slow, but you're a really powerful hitter? In any case, if you keep going for Focus Punch, it's a bit of a time sink, but I'll see to it that Earthquake eventually takes you out. And the camera is slowly panning out. I'm not pressing anything. The camera's just doing that. That's fine. As long as you're able to see the action, that's what counts. All right, let's get it. We got this, we got this, we got this. There's the Earthquake. And boop. There we go, Conkeldurr down. Good job, Gliscor. All right, still plenty of experience for the team, and that should get you to level up. It does. All right, Gallade is up next. Man, I wish you had a flying move, Gliscor. I could have given you acrobatics, but that doesn't work well when you're holding a toxic orb. No worries, we'll take it out. Gallade, psychic fighting type Pokemon, can be a decently heavy hitter. I don't have anything that's super effective to you, but I may as well go for Crab Hammer. Oh, you can learn Aqua Cutter. I didn't even think about that. That is a problem. And my own water move didn't deal as much damage to you as yours did to me. All right, I'm switching to Milotic. She can take an Aqua Cutter. Now, I'm just hopeful that you don't have Leaf Blade. I feel like historically, most people that use Gallade have it with Leaf Blade. I think you can also learn Thunder Punch. Maybe, your Conkeldurr had it. Aqua Cutter, now we can take that, and the leftovers will more or less undo that damage. Great, now you're gonna outspeed me, but if Milotic can take a hit, I'll be good to go. Better yet, if you use a move that lowers one of my stats, that'll activate my competitive ability, and that'll absolutely take you out. Or you'll go for Sacred Sword. Okay, not what I thought you were gonna do. That's a problem. Well, Gliscor, you have about half of your health remaining. In theory, you could take an Aqua Cutter, right? Because that means the previous time it was used, it did half. Oh wait, no, because you restored some health with the Toxic Orb. Well, that's a bummer. All right, well, maybe it's times like these where it's a good thing that I have some level 100 Pokemon in my party. All right, shall I send in the Hisuian Zoroark? I shall. All right, let's get it. Boom, baby. Oh, I'm sorry, I mean, let me send in my Arcanine. That doesn't have Intimidate for its ability. That knows Bitter Malice! Goodbye, Gallade. Good stuff. All right, you still have one more Pokemon though, yeah? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, now nothing gets experience. Come on, oh, that got it. All of these would have been weak to yeah, you had a bunch of fighting type Pokemon. Darn it, you took out all my flyers. Well, all right. What the heck? Do you guys hear that Cleffa in the background? What the heck was that all about? You need to relax. I'm trying to have a battle here. All right, Clangorous Soul. I mean, yeah, that is the way to use Hakamo-o. Boosts all of your stats, which means we gotta sit here for half an hour while we wait for the text to say that you've boosted all of your stats. All right, we good? We good? Cleffa. Shh. All right, and then yeah, Throat Spray. Wow, yeah, that's the competitive way to use it. I should still outspeed you because the truth of the matter is this is a Hisuian Zoroark holding a Choice Scarf. But otherwise, yeah, that would have been problematic. I mean, I could have potentially one-hit KO'd you with Noctowl's Moonblast. But oh well, that'll have to be for a different time. And you are done. Sad that my Pokemon couldn't gain experience points in that last Pokemon there, but hey, at least I was able to give each of them a fighting chance, and that was the debut battle for Milotic. She'll have better battles, I'm sure. All right, you know what? We gotta take out this Cleffa. I'm done with that. Done with that Cleffa, all right? You need to relax. Oh, I see. It's because there's a Cleffa outbreak right now. Well, all right. I need to revive all my Pokemon. You know what, actually? You know what I want to do going forward? All right, let's just have Palmot on the team. That way, I can try to fight with these four, and if they go down, I'll just throw Palmot in and use Revival Blessing. All right? Because I really would like to do the rest of this with Milotic, Noctowl, Swanna, and Gliscor. Oh, it looks like Hisuian Zoroark's happy. Well, I'm happy you're happy. You want to go take out one or two more Cleffa before we head on out of here? Get some Cleffa supplies. There you go. Boom. There should be a pretty high odd of me finding a shiny Cleffa, but I don't really need a shiny Cleffa. What I need is to finally progress onward with the plot now that I have finally obtained my Milotic. So let's fly back over to the community center, let's heal up my Pokemon, and then let's get ready to finally wrap up this part. Oh, I am exhausted. It is so late in the evening. It's morning now. All right, let's heal up. Yes, please. But I'll keep Palmot here from now on. With any luck, I won't need to use Zoroark or Palmot. Oh, I didn't even realize that they were all in Pokeballs. That's funny. All right, well, Milotic, you are the leader in that netball of yours. Good stuff. All right, one more thing before this part ends, before I forget about it. Let me go ahead and you learn some TMs, all right? So let's filter based on what Gliscor can learn. You were able to learn dual Wingbeat, correct? Do I finally have the supplies to do that? I do. What I needed were the Ducklet feathers. Well, now that I finally encountered Ducklet and KO'd a couple, I've got the necessary supplies to get the dual Wingbeat TM. And then, yeah, we can give that to you, Gliscor. There. Finally, a flying type move. And for as funny as it is that you can learn Crab Hammer, it really is the least useful move that I have right now because that's only covering for rock, ground, and fire type Pokemon, whereas Earthquake already checks fire and rock type Pokemon, as well as other types beyond that. So we'll go ahead and get rid of Crab Hammer. All right, dual Wingbeat will be a lot better. I'll get same type attack bonus and it'll cover some other types that I'm not already covering. All right, Swanna. You can learn Flip Turn, which is interesting. You can learn Weather Ball, which isn't as useful as it might sound, and you're primarily a special attacker. You've already got Hurricane. I don't think you're gonna want Hyper Beam, and I mean, if you're a utility Pokemon, Flip Turn is useful, and then yeah, Ice Beam, but I don't have enough LP to teach it to you anyway. So that's something for another time. But I think I already have Ice Beam in my inventory anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And then I want to see what Milotic can learn, which isn't a whole lot. That is kind of one of Milotic's downfalls, but let's see what you can get. Weather Ball, similar problem. Flip Turn is actually interesting. Haze is really interesting, but that kind of works against me if I have competitive for my ability, but I'll think about it. And then, already got Blizzard on you. Hydro Pump is a maybe. Ice Beam, Actually, Milotic with Substitute is a good idea, but not for now. Not for single player, maybe more for competitive. All right, and then you can learn Dragon Dance, that's interesting. You can run a physical Milotic. It gets a fair share of physical moves. All right, that'll do it otherwise. Okay, this part has gone on long enough. I'm so exhausted, you can probably even hear it in my voice. I am just so glad to finally have Milotic. And I got Swanna in this part too. So it's nice to actually have a team that I'm gonna use. Oh, it's like it's wrapping around me. That's nice, but I really would rather stand in front of you. That probably is how Milotic gives a hug. Just kind of coils around. You just gotta make sure you don't suffocate me. And what do you know, Milotic, it's raining, so your skin is all the more fragrant. All right, that's gonna do it though, folks. I gotta end this part, and it's perfect to end it in the rain with Milotic here. So that wraps up this part of my Pokemon Scarlet walkthrough, and I'd like to thank you all for watching. Oh, it's going to sleep. Oh, you're so beautiful, Milotic. I'm so happy you're here. I'm so upset that it took so long, but I'm happy you're here, and I'll use you more in the next part because I gotta end this one. Bye-bye, humans. Whoosh! Hey, thank you so much for watching my video. If you want to show your support, the best things you can do are commenting and subscribing. If you want to know when a new video of mine goes out, you can receive a notification by clicking on the bell icon down below by the subscribe button. I also post updates regularly to my Twitter account, @RealYoshiller. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you all in the future. Bye-bye, humans. Whoosh!